And we're live. Hello, guys. Good evening from New York. This is your Kuya Sok, coming to you live for another Go Live episode about my online business. And tonight, I'm going to have a guest, and she's going to share her journey and story in the world of online business. And I'm sure you will be inspired by her story, and I'm sure you will take that option of getting to know and learn this business through her story. So, without further ado, let me uh, welcome my guest for tonight. She's actually an oncology nurse in Virginia, a single mom, and I would like to say that she's a survivor in a lot of things. So, and she's going to uh, go into the details about that when she will have to uh, tell us her story about her journey in this world of online business. So please welcome to my Go Live, Alex Hamilton, guys. All right, I'm gonna let her join me on stage. Hello, Alex. How are
Hello,
you?
hello, everyone.
Maraming salamat, Alex, for giving me a portion of your available time to be with me today, tonight to share and your story, your journey in the world of online business, right? And I'm sure that your story will really relate to a lot of people, okay? And I'm sure also that with that story, they will be curious enough to learn about the business, right? So, and with Alex, with me tonight, we are also to focus on one particular topic, which is very timely and which is very important in connection to options, which our online business is definitely giving you that a lot that option and options to build something for your life. It's about why why do a lot of employees are starting to shift to online business. Okay, so first of all, Alex will have to share her story, her journey in the world of online business. Let's get to it, Alex.
All right, Kuya. Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for having me here, Kuya Sok. And I am really grateful for having this opportunity. And for those who doesn't know me, I am Alex. Yes, Kuya Sok introduced about me. I'm an oncology nurse. A single mom, and of course, I'm a proud digital business owner building an empire of digital business on this side for over a year now. And honestly, I want this is not something I plan. I
Mhm.
am sharing my journey not to brag or anything, but I would like to inspire other people that who might going through the same situation as I am. So
Mhm.
yes, I am a full-time oncology, but you know what? I deal with patients every single day. Every single day, I heard all of the regrets about their life that I wish they have done this, before.
Mhm.
But I wasn't expecting that I'm gonna go through the same season of that hardest diagnosis of their life of their what happening to them,
Mhm.
because I know how to take care of others, but I never thought that it's gonna happen to me. So it's more than a year when I was diagnosed with a terrible disease. And the worst part about that is at the same day my ex-husband told me that he would like to separate from me. So just think about this. You are just get diagnosed with this terrible disease, and at the
Mhm.
same time, the person that's supposed to be with you on your side is not gonna be there for you. Of
Mhm.
course, my world turned upside down because I don't have a family here. I am by myself with my, just my ex-husband, my children. And yes, I have friends around, but, having a family is different. So that shift is like uh 360 turnaround for me.
Mhm.
I was dealing with a serious health situation, and at the same time, my marriage is ending. And in that moment of my life, I felt like God really gave me a really, really, and, unexpected wake up call.
Mhm.
It made me pause and ask myself, am I just surviving day by day, or I'm actually what I'm gonna do? You know? So, but God is great, God is good, because sometimes once one door closed, there's always one door gonna open for you.
Mhm.
Yes, it is hard because I have to deal with my health situation. I have to deal with my marriage ending. And of course, being a single mom of three kids, that is like how you going to survive with all of that, right? But God opened my mind and changed my perspective. With all of my doubt to Him, with all of my question to Him, why
Mhm.
this is happening to me, but God answered my prayer. And what He answered, He gave me an opportunity to build something. And it's not only about building about the business, but at the same time, I've lost one person, but God had given me a global community.
Mhm.
So everything started from there, because I said, because on that middle of that Kuya Sok, because I was thinking, all right, I'm gonna be a single mom. Now I am dealing with my health. Now all I need to do is I have to have an extra job,
Mhm.
because that is our mindset as an employee mindset. For you to
Mhm.
have an extra money, you have to find another job, right? So
Mhm.
that's all in my mind. But here I am, and God gave me this wonderful opportunity. So, yes, so I'm sharing this journey of me, that even though I am still I have an ongoing health struggle,
Mhm.
but you will see me smiling right now with all positivity, that I'm not broken anymore in the inside. I used to be smiling in the outside, but I'm so broken in the inside. But now I am smiling in the inside. I am smiling on the outside. So, yes, Kuya, back to you po. And that's my story.
Thank you so much, Alex. So, guys, the first time I met Alex, of course, virtually, because that's how we usually be able to meet each with a lot of people in our Olympus community, except for those times when we have to uh, go to those in-person conventions. And Alex and I, we just learned from each other backstage that we're going to the same in-person in-person convention in our business community in June in Orlando, and that's one of the things that we look forward to in our online business. And whatever expenses we spend for something like that at the end of the fiscal year, we can claim it for a tax write-off. That's one of the things that we get benefit from through this online business. And going back to how I when the first time I met Alex, like uh, she shared that story of hers, and at first I didn't know how intense that part of her story was, because she was always smiling and she has this positive attitude. Okay, and after that, I was also able to uh, get to know her through her videos that will come into my feed, and consistently she would share that part of her story, and she would always have that positive aura, that positive attitude. And for someone who at one point in her life was dealing with health issues, although up until now she's still had that issue, and she's dealing with it so well, and she became a single mom, a busy mom, because she's an oncology nurse, and it's not that easy to become working as a nurse. At the same time, she had to deal with some relationship issues with her ex-husband. All right, at one point, right? So for a lot of people, that is something that is a very difficult situation. And for Alex, she was still able to look into the positive side of things. All right. So I was able to realize that I think this is a time for me, all right, to build something for my family, for myself, instead of building for someone else. Like when we are working for like for our usual employment. Okay, so she got into this business. All right, and yes, just like myself and the rest of us in this business community, we are doing this business to build for our family, for ourselves, for the future. And that's what Alex is also doing for herself and her family. All right. So thank you so much, Alex, for the strength and for being so generous in sharing your story to us. And I'm sure our audience will be very much inspired by it. Okay. Because a lot of people will be able to relate to it. All right. So I will just have to ask you this question before we get into the highlight of our um, chat for tonight, Alex. So, how do you make things work? You are a single mom, uh, you are busy as a nurse, and you have your online business. And come to think of it, guys, Alex is a very, I would like to say she's kind of busy in our business community because she volunteers a lot also in our community aside from volunteering herself in her own community outside of our business community. So how do you make things work, Alex?
All right, Kuya. Thank you so much for that question. Yeah, how I able to make it work? Being a
Mhm,
single mom, being an oncology nurse, and being a
mhm,
business owner. Very simple. Because why? Because a lot of people would think that online business, you're gonna have to sit down.
mhm,
Traditional business, you're gonna have to be there physically and sit down on your business, right?
mhm,
But right now, this is one of the good thing about this business community because the system is already is given to you. It's already systemized.
mhm,
You've already been provided with a proven system, which is
mhm,
including the very friendly user training that is up to date every single time, and of course that you can work on your business 24/7 whenever you
mhm,
want to, because it's already there and plugged in for you, that you don't have to look for what do I need for this, what I do
mhm,
need for that, because it's already provided for us in this community. And of course, because me, I'm already busy working 10 hours a day. And of course, I have to work with my children, I have to take care of the kids. And that's why I am here, because I said, I don't want to be doing a 9 to 5 again. I'm
mhm,
already doing 10 hours. Why I have to do another. But our community, this is the best thing because it's very flexible, very
mhm,
portable, that is easy for me to manage. So
mhm,
while I'm laying down and relaxing before going to bed, I can work on my business for an hour and 30 minutes, whatever is convenient for me and not convenient for other people. So if it's convenient for me to work on my business for 3 hours, that's fine. But
mhm,
whatever time available is good enough, because um, that's why I love this community, because even though I am working as a
mhm,
full-time oncology nurse and spending time with my children, my business is running in the background for me because
mhm,
of our proven system. So yes, very easy. I can do this. If I can do this with being a full-time nurse, I know a lot of people in there, any walks of life can do it. Stay at home ma'am, and
mhm,
anybody can do it as long as you put your mind into it, that you are willingness to listen, willingness to learn, and willingness, most importantly, is to make a change for your life. Because
mhm,
if you don't have those willingness, even though it's already in front of you, step by step, nothing would happen.
mhm.
Back to you, Kuya po.
Okay, thank you, Alex. So you heard it, guys. So Alex is not only a busy nurse, but she's also a busy single mom, but she's making it work with her business. Why? Because this business is very doable. You can do it at your own pace. You can just spend like 30 minutes, 45 minutes, or an hour or two of your available time because we don't have to be glued to our laptop or cell phone 24/7. We don't need to do that because we have an automated system that does 90% of uh, the major component of the business. Okay, so even if we're doing something else outside of our business, or even if we're asleep, it continues to run for us 24/7. That is why it's doable. Okay, so for some people, maybe in the same situation, would resort to looking for uh, a sideline or a part-time job, right? But that's not the case for Alex. A lot of us in here started with three jobs, two jobs, but because of this online business, eventually they're able to get rid of the third, the second, then eventually was able to retire from their job. Okay, so that's how awesome this online business is. Okay, so thank you so much, Alex, for that insight. So one more question prior to before we get into the main topic. To those who would have the impression that this is a scam or not legit, okay, those who have doubts and fears to start the business, what are you gonna tell them, Alex?
All right. Thank you, Kuya. I
Mhm,
got that question a lot too. So
mhm,
I always share this to my live as well that
mhm,
uh, it is okay to be skeptical,
mhm,
because that's a normal reaction. Because of course you have to be cautious because there's a lot of
mhm,
online stuff right now that are scam, right? So,
mhm,
but for me, I always say this: I'm not gonna compromise my career. I'm not
mhm,
gonna show my children to social media if I know this is a scam. Because
mhm,
as a single mom right now, I cannot afford to make mistakes. It's not about me, but in here, it's about the future of my children. So,
mhm.
no, we are not a scam. And on top of that, that's why I can say that we're not a scam because we are a tax registered business.
Correct.
Every end of the year, we receive a 1099
Mhm,
that, for tax season. So that's
mhm,
one of the proof that we are a legit business. Of
mhm,
course, um, we don't show up all the fruit because of course we have to what do you call this, we have to uh not show everything as well on social media,
mhm,
but that is one of the thing, we are tax registered business.
mhm,
And in regards with your question about the fear as well,
mhm,
uh do not let your fear overpower your dream, because
mhm.
the more you keep holding up your dreams, the more it's going to be expensive. Why I say that? Because think about this. Overnight, bills are not going to pause. It's not going to pause. You can rest, but your bills is going to keep building up and will keep
Mhm,
coming. But if you're gonna let your fear overpower you because you are fear of judgment, you are fear
mhm,
of that you cannot do this because you are not a tech savvy, or you have all of those fear, those dreams and wishes is still gonna be the same. It's still gonna be in that box, in that comfort box, because it's not gonna go anywhere. Those people around you, do not let them judge you, who you are, because at the end of the day, nobody would pay your bills, nobody will give you free money and pay your bills.
exactly.
You are here just sitting here and wish, and oh, I don't want to do this because I'm
Mhm,
scared. Money will not come to you. Nobody will give you free money. And
exactly.
people will work and give you free money. No, that's not reality.
Mhm,
Whatever we are watching, I don't like watching some mystical movie anymore, because it's mess up your mind that hopefully this happened to me. What if instead of having all of those fear, having all of those question in your mind,
mhm,
if you start asking yourself, if she can able to do this
mhm,
at the lowest point of her life, that it's a matter of life and death, but she
mhm,
able to do it, why I cannot do it.
Right.
Never compare yourself to other people, but instead, this is, I want you to know, you have your own identity.
Mm-hmm.
If you can do it, I can do it, anybody can do it. You just have to let that get out of that comfort zone. So yes, get out of that comfort zone, or else you're gonna be staying in the same routine every single day of your life. Thank you po, Kuya. Back to you.
Right. Thank you, Alex. So you heard from Alex, guys. So at the end of its fiscal year, we receive a 1099. Alex and I are both in the U.S. So she's in Virginia, I'm in New York, and we, as business owners, we receive, or we get issued the 1099, and that's how we file our taxes. And that's when also we are going to claim tax write off for the expenses that we had for our online business. So had it not been legit or had it been a scam, we're not able to get that 1099. Okay. So another thing also is fears. So Alex said something about even if you're not tech savvy or don't have experience in business, this online business has a business model that's designed for beginners. Okay. So that is why you don't have to worry about not being a tech savvy or no experience at all, because you have access to free online training, and you also have a mentor and a coach designated to be coaching you every now and then, will guide you every step of the way. Okay, so that is why even if you're not uh, clear of everything when you join the business, you will get the clarity once you get inside our business community. All right, thank you so much, Alex. So let's get into the highlight of our conversation tonight. The topic on, sorry about that. Why do many employees starting to shift to online business?
All right, Kuya. So I will give an example for me
Mhm,
as a oncology nurse, right?
mhm,
So I deal with patient every single day. I know I have mentioned this earlier. I
mhm,
have dealt patient with single every single day. They are professionals, big
mhm,
time people, professionals.
mhm,
But I hear the regrets every single day that I wish I have done this. I wish I have done this before,
mhm,
you know. And for me, I think that's why so many busy employees now are starting to shift, or at least explore an online business now today.
mhm,
Because for me, it's not, I don't want to be working as much as I love my career, you
mhm,
know with the situation of me, I want to be spending more time with my children.
mhm,
Don't get me wrong, I love what I'm doing, but of course, you have come to your point like you don't own your time. You don't own your
mhm,
time. On top of that, you don't own your time because you have to work. And what if you don't work and you don't have enough PTO? What you gonna do? Of
mhm,
course, no PTO, no work, no pay, right?
mhm,
And of course, people are nowadays are starting getting tired, not only
mhm,
physically but mentally. And as of right now, we are just talking backstage about on how one of the airlines closed after so many years of in the business, but they closed eventually because of the economy, and a lot of people already lose their job. And for me, having a diagnosis become a wake up call for me as well, and
mhm,
talking to my patients about the life that they regret that they should have done.
mhm,
All of those are already a wake up call for me, because I said, while I'm working these long hours, I don't wanna miss any more milestone of my children, because
mhm,
once your children grow up, all they want to remember is you not being home all the time.
correct.
You're, because we are, of course, we have to make a living, and those
Mhm,
are time that we're trading for income, and still feeling like yes, you still don't have enough control over your
mhm,
life and your time. So that's why I see, because in our community, we are not just nurses. We have
mhm,
parents, we have professionals, we have immigrants. We even have detectives in our community. We have
Mhm.
doctors in our community. All walks of life we have in our business community. And people are, even though, just like Kuya Sok says,
Mhm.
some of our business partner, they able to get rid of their job and
Mhm.
become a full-time business owner. And I know that a lot of people are not just looking for, not just for more income, but they are looking for more flexibility, that they
Mhm.
can have more control over their time, that they
Mhm.
don't have to ask permission, but if they can able to build something without having to sacrifice everything else. That's what our community is built for.
Mhm.
It doesn't mean that only for professionals or for but this is also for anybody who are a stay-home
Mhm.
mom, a stay-home parent. This is for everybody, but what I'm saying, yes, this is for everybody, and at the same time, it's not for everybody,
Body, correct.
because
Mhm.
if you don't have this kind of mindset, that if you still gonna have your employee mindset, then this business is not for you, because this business a life-changing business, but of
Mhm.
course it depends on each person dedication, commitment, and consistency. And if you're just gonna, because the business already given to you in front of you, everything is already built for you, 90% is already done for you, and you
Mhm.
only have to do the 10%. Yeah, so start doing now, invest on something now, so at least at the end of the day you have something built on the side.
Mhm.
Because you know what happened, I always share this: tomorrow is not a promise, a life event can happen. Why can't you be prepared now before
Mhm.
anything can happen to your life? But
Correct.
at
Mhm.
least, oh, I hear this from Alex, I'm glad that I get ready for this.
Mhm.
At least something that one, ask yourself, put in your mind, I need to be ready right now while I am working, and invest on something, because tomorrow is not a guarantee. And we
Mhm.
all know
Correct.
that. That's the reality. Tomorrow you can lose your job. And what if you don't have a plan B? Or tomorrow you can lose your ability to work. And
Mhm.
what if you don't have a plan B? You might have a savings, but that saving is not gonna last, because
Mhm.
just like I said, bills is not gonna stop. It will keep coming. Thank you po, Kuya.
Okay, thank you, Alex. I would like to point out some of the important uh, parts of what you just said, Alex. Like you said, flexibility, right? So that is one of the reasons that a lot of us are joining this online business. So in terms of time, right? So eventually, with the success that we'll be achieving through this online business, people will retire earlier than expected. Okay, others would get rid of their third, second, or quit from their job, right? Because of the time freedom that they have achieved, and they have made the decision that financially they're also would be able to sustain uh, with their family through this online business. Okay, and because of that, they would have the freedom of time to be able to spend with their family. So I would like to set an example. My coach, all right, who introduced me to this online business. She's also a teacher. She's in her like almost mid 40s, but she retired from her teaching job at only 41 years old because of this online business. Okay, so this online business made her decide and sure to assure herself to retire from her teaching job, which is a stable job. Okay, because this has been giving her the freedom of time to spend quality time with her family and continue to be there for her family financially as well as her family back in the Philippines. Okay, so Alex is still working right now as a nurse, and I would like to predict that uh, because of this online business, she will be able to retire in due time. right? Not necessarily waiting for 60 or 65 years old, all right? So, I
Yes.
mean, because that's one of the things that we look forward to in this online business, right? Flexibility, time freedom, and building something for ourselves and our family for the future, right? So another thing also is jobs nowadays are getting unpredictable, right? So I would just like to mention a certain airline. I'm not going to mention the name. Uh, I think you have a lot of us have been aware that that airline who had been giving their employees stability for more than 40 years. Then all of a sudden, it closed. And 17,000 more or less employees became jobless. All right. So, to those who were not able to prepare for it, I mean, that would be a very devastating situation to deal with. Right. So, this is one example that uh, we need to look for some options that will give us the flexibility and the freedom of time eventually, and something that we can build for ourselves and for our family for the future. Okay, so Alex mentioned a lot of reasons why uh, a lot of employees have been starting to shift to online business because of all those things that we can offer, a lot of options that we can offer in our online business. Okay, so thank you so much, Alex, for your insights on that particular topic. You are one person who can really um, share your opinion, your own experience, because you're still working, right? And I know your plan must have changed this time that you're now an online business owner for the future compared to when you were uh, just employed as a nurse. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so because as a nurse or whatever employment you have, you will have to work and focus on that job for the rest of your employment time until you reach retirement age. Okay, so in your case right now, you're still working as a nurse, you're a single mom, you have your online business. I'd like to believe that your forecast, your uh, what you see for the future has changed a lot better this time. All right.
Yes.
So in my end, also I started this business before I retired. Now I'm 60 years old, and I retired, and this online business gave me the confidence and the assurance that everything will be okay with me and my family during retirement. Okay, and there's a lot of us in this business community who have been very successful, who have been enjoying uh, the freedom of time and flexibility for them to be able to spend quality time with their family and build something for the future for themselves and their family. Right? So I hope you guys have been inspired by the story of Alex and the sharings that we have for you on topic related to our online business. So Alex, thank you so much for being with me tonight. Before we get into the end of our live chat, I would like to shout out to Leonida Solis. I just had Leonila on a separate go live. I was her guest like a few days ago. Thank you so much, Leonida, for watching us in this live chat with Alex. Thank you so much. All right. So, Alex, how would you be able to reach out to you if they would like to uh, learn about the business and join the business through you? What are you going to tell them, our
All
audience?
right. So, thank you. Thank you. So, for anyone, if you are watching this right now, this is not about me. If you've been feeling tired or stuck in a routine, same
Mhm,
routine, or just wondering if there's another way to create more
mhm,
flexibility in your life, I want you to know that you are not alone because I've been on your situation before, but I take a leap of faith and I step up and take that first step because
mhm,
lot of people right now are in the same situation, but I want you to know there's always an open door in front of you, and this is the door in front of you. Sharing this is a great opportunity. It doesn't mean that you have to figure this all out alone, because you are not alone. As long as you're willing to learn, willing to make a change for your life, we are here to share this great opportunity. And my website, you could register to my website at www.alexdifferencemaker.com, and that's www.alexdifferencemaker.com, and I will be here to guide you and show you on how we started as well. Thank you so much, Kuya, for having me.
Thank you so much, Alex. So, if you want to reach out to me, guys, or you can actually reach out to either myself or Alex. This that's the beauty of our online business, because we have a sense of community where we're not in competition with each other. We have each other's back. We we are each other's support system. Okay, so that's how we can say you can either reach out to either one of us. All right. So, to those who are uh, still working and you're looking for some extra income, or those who are nearing retirement, right? So I would suggest that this will be a smart plan B for you guys. Okay, so you can reach me through my website. It's www.soclamucha.digital.com, or you can also check on my page, Soclamucha Digital, or my personal account, Noy Jose. Okay, so guys, thank you so much for being with us tonight. And Alex, thank you so much for sharing me a portion of your
Kuya.
available time to
Mhm.
enlighten and inspire our audience for tonight's live episode. Thank you so much, Alex.
Of course,
Guys, thank you so
Kuya.
much. Have a good night. Bye
Bye.
bye.